Oh my god, everyone! This is so crazy. And an organic, really non-awkward start. This is the fabulous, amazing, hilarious. Gonna learn more about you today, Tin.
Hi.
Oh my god, everyone, calm down. You're just freaking out. So how the heck are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Like Mercury is in retrograde right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like affecting a lot of stuff.
Doesn't that happen too often?
I think it happens like 4 times a year, or maybe it happened 4 times last year.
Do you think it, like, for you, is it like a good thing or a bad thing or both? Or is it like as
Both.
scary as everyone says, or should we like fear it? Or should we blame everything on it?
I mean, I don't do anything different than I usually would if it wasn't, in retrograde. But I usually do like the stuff that the internet tells me to do, like back up your hard drive and like I don't know, don't text exes and stuff like that.
Oh.
But that didn't help my my kitchen sink.
Oh yeah.
Because it exploded yesterday.
They say that things are supposed to like
Yeah.
technology and communication is bad. So it's like a really good time to do a show that you film where you talk to people about things.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you can do it then, you could do it anytime, and that's the inspiration I'm trying to bring.
It's just the whole thing of like you're always rewarded when you're prepared. I don't know what the saying is, but it's like something like that.
When you're always rewarded if you're prepared.
Something like that.
Is that like
I feel like
the
I just
scouts or something?
I feel like I just like mixed 2 sayings together.
You just made something up.
Something about the world rewarding you. I don't know.
It kind of sounds like that saying where people are like, God gives his like baddest bitches the hardest battles. Like, is it like one of those sayings?
Yeah.
That's like...
Yeah. I mean, it's also one of those things where like everyone else's Mercury in retrograde time is like going really badly, but you're like doing well because you're like organized.
Because you're like special and chosen.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, when it's going well, you're like you can either be like astrology is fake or like. Yeah, I'm like the chosen one.
Yeah, when everything's going my way, I like love it. Yeah. And I subscribe to it. But when it's not going my way, I'm like, just stupid. It's just numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
I should be more prepared before I sit and do things.
You can fix it in post.
I probably won't. I
always say that too. Yeah.
Okay, this is what I wrote. Tin, I thought you were hot and cool and looked like a character from a movie where everyone is hot and cool, and then you started talking to me about astrological stuff and astrological phases and validated why my life has been hard up to this point, and that was all within 30 seconds. So I was like, I want to know more about this person. That was my intro, I guess, that I didn't do.
I love that. I love that. No, I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
I think I shared too much too fast. Maybe I was like telling you about the fake nurse.
I clearly do too. I was like in on it. I was like, tell me more. Than what happened.
I know. I feel like I should like talk about it more in public, but it's just like a crazy thing to happen. And like you said that you were also going through.
I was like, yeah, I've had 3 kidney transplants.
Yeah.
I like just broke up with like a long-term partner like less than a year ago.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense according to these phases.
Yeah.
You weren't looking at a chart, but in my head.
Are you 93?
I'm 92.
92. Oh, okay.
I'm a 92 baby.
Oh, okay.
So you're like, you have even more problems.
Yeah, something to do with like your Saturn return. Like between like 27 before you're 30, it's basically like your second puberty. And like maybe that's why they call it. I think maybe I talked to you about this already, but like why they call it the 27 Club.
Yeah, it doesn't. And then when everyone dies. Is it because they all have like a white lighter? Wasn't that also a thing? Or am I like getting two conspiracy theories mixed up?
I don't know. It just like makes sense for that time period.
Because it's a hard time in your life.
It's like a big challenge. Like even my sister, who's 28, turning 28. Also, I just saw her for Christmas and she was like, I was telling her about Saturn returns and she was like, yeah, this has been the worst year of my life.
Probably like, one of the most challenging for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what my life was like at 27. I think I just got another kidney transplant, and I was like, what do I do with my life? I have nowhere to live, and
oh my god.
I just got this new lease on life, which is scary but exciting.
Yeah.
So it did really. I feel like I was kind of like rebirthed then, but it was really challenging. Like this, like the 3-year period between then and now feels like 10 years.
Yeah.
It feels like so much has happened since
Yeah.
even with the pandemic.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Yeah. I keep seeing that meme where it's like the before and after, like before war and after war, 4 years of war or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm turning 30 in March.
So how was 27 for you? Was it like a crazy time?
What year was that?
I
have to use my
2
calculator.
years ago? So like 2021?
I gotta use my calculator.
You're like, let me use my calculator.
2020.
2020.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. 2020.
Yeah, so that was a fun year for everyone. It was a cool, chill year. No one was upset by anything.
I actually, like, in the beginning of 2020, I was, like, peaking, and I did, like, it was either my first or second ever Just for Laughs Vancouver. Like, I got, like, a couple of spots, and I was like, oh, I'm, like, doing so well.
Yeah,
like,
I'm, like, making it in life.
Yeah, and then, like, the pandemic happened.
And then, the rest was history. And I feel like it's kind of, like, slowly, kind of actually does feel, like, a little bit more normal now than it has, like, since it first started.
Yeah.
Even though it's, like, I guess, people are saying the new normal.
I hate that saying.
Do you hate that?
I hate that saying.
What makes you hate it? Because, like, I feel, like, neutral towards it.
Okay. Well, I guess it's, like, people just want to keep, going the way they were going before.
Yeah.
And, like, the economy and stuff and how to go. I don't know.
Oh, it's, like, ignoring that, like, bad things are happening.
Yeah.
And, like, kind of, like, putting your head in the sand a little bit.
Yeah. Like, we're all responsible for our own healths now. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to bum everyone out.
I'm like, oh, that's probably why I like that, because I like pretending nothing bad is happening. I mean, kinda true. I'm learning to embrace more challenges. Not just have to do them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just need to. Anyway, I feel like this is also what I wrote about you. I guess I just wrote things about you. I didn't.
You just wrote an essay?
Yeah, I just wrote an essay on the 30-second conversation we had.
Funny.
I said, you seem like you're operating at a higher frequency than other people, and that stood out to me. Do you have any comment about that, I guess?
I keep trying this joke lately on stage where, just because I went to, like, a silent retreat, like, when I was 23 or 24, I always, like, judge people for not looking inward.
Yeah.
And it's, like, it's kind of silly, because, like, why am I bragging about that? That's not very spiritually correct of me. Do you know what I mean?
That's, like, your ego versus, like, your real higher self. Like, your
Yeah.
ego is like, what are all these people doing, not being as fucking sick as me? Like, that's what I do sometimes. But
Yeah.
That's my ego.
Yeah.
I think.
I feel like I do have a lot of ego, but I'm, like, a lot of people's perception of me is that I'm really calm and chill. But I'm doing my best to hold everything together.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, but they don't know I'm a freak, really?
That too.
They don't know you're just, like, chill on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's also, like, spiritually, I went through a lot when I was a teenager. Like, my family grew up Catholic. I was Catholic growing up, and then the gay thing happened, and, like, being gay and going to Catholic school and, like, being part of, like, the Catholic Filipino community is, like, I kind of have to ask a lot of questions for myself. And, like, a lot of that from feeling really uncomfortable or, like, unwelcome in church, like, especially, like, after sermons and stuff. I don't know what your experience is with, like,
I have, like, no
religion and
experience
stuff.
with any religion. Like, I didn't grow
That's
up
so
with that
nice.
at all. So, like, I'm, like, fascinated because I'm, like, I don't know anything about that world.
Yeah, and then, like, when I moved away from my family, like, I moved to Vancouver by myself when I was 18, 19, I actually tried out different churches because I was like, oh, like, it's cool to still have a relationship with Jesus or whatever.
Yeah.
But then now I'm, like, wishy-washy agnostic, I guess.
I was gonna ask, like, you do still have that relationship, or is it, like, shifted? Or,
I'm actually, like, super interested in, like, different religions. Like,
yeah.
I read, like, stuff about Judaism or, like, Islam, like, more recently, because my partner started going to this really cool, like, Zoom mosque on Fridays.
Ooh, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, and I, like, read different, like, verses of the Quran, and like, it's really cool because they actually, like, acknowledge Christians and Jews in, like, in the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was, like, something about Judgment Day, because I guess Judgment Day is a thing for Muslims as well, and they're like, everyone will know why you guys have these differences, like, as Muslims and Jews and Christians and stuff.
I have a question that you might not be able to answer.
Yeah.
Because, like, when people start talking about religion, I, like, just more questions pop up. What exactly, like, is Judgment Day? Like, is it a real day that's gonna happen? Because, like, I know a lot of, like, the Bible is, like, metaphors and stuff. So is it, like, is this, like, another metaphor? Is it, like, a real day that's gonna happen? Hypothetically.
I don't know.
Does no one know
all
that?
that comes to mind is, like, I mean, I didn't read like the, like, Revelations and stuff, like, whatever, but I always have the image of do you know those, like, old movies about the rapture, like, Left Behind?
Yeah.
I think it, like, starts with that, but, like, in all, like, I think in, like, Christian and Muslim faith, like, Judgment Day always includes the blowing of a horn, which always freaks me out. So I'm like, I don't like trumpets for that reason.
That is kind of scary.
It is really scary. That's, like, the first signal or whatever that
shit's going
down.
Yeah.
Jesus is coming and stuff.
When I was in Hawaii once, I was sitting on the beach, and then, like, a big horn went off, and I was like, this is where I die, I guess. And then, like, nothing happened. And to this day, I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, that terrified me.
It was just, like, a random...
Well, I was like, this is, like, when a tsunami's coming, like, the rapture's coming, something's happening. Why is there a horn that just everyone's hearing right now?
Yeah.
When I'm outside, where's the speaker even? I'm so confused right now.
So you have that, like, fear, too, with the trumpet sounds. And
yeah, but here's the thing about my brain is that I was like, okay, we're all gonna die, a tsunami's gonna happen. I was like, kind of sick, let's see what happens. Like, I'm like, well, I have to accept it. Because, like, I can't change that this is happening. So, like, I might as well embrace the situation.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious to see what happens now.
Yeah.
That's how my brain's special, I guess. Like, I'm scared.
Just ready for the challenge.
Yeah, like, I'm not scared. Like, I'm terrified, but I'm almost like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's a cool attitude. Oh, I forget what you said your sign, your astrological sign.
Oh, I'm an Aries sun.
Ooh,
yeah.
fun.
How about you?
I'm a Leo sun.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I love Leos. I love fire signs in general.
Yeah, and maybe that's why I painted my room orange.
It's a really nice orange.
Thank you. I just did this yesterday to all the viewers in the audience here. In the crowd. You're an Aries. Mm-hmm. That's fun. Do you know what your moon is? Like?
Yeah, I'm Cancer moon and Virgo rising.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'm a Aquarius moon.
Okay.
I don't know that much about what that means, but it's like I'm like all introspective and like care about things.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess that's true. Like, both of those things are accurate.
I don't know much about Aquarius, but like my mom's an Aquarius,
mm-hmm.
and like it's funny because like people always think that Aquarius is a water sign because aqua is in the beginning of the name.
Oh, but it's Earth.
It's air.
Oh, it's air.
It's air. Yeah, and I think like Aquarius specifically too is like the water bearer. But in relation to my mom, I like the the water.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's got the water and she's like holds it. So I'm holding water.
I don't know. I'm just trying to say she's like very not emotionally open, I guess.
Oh, like emotionally unavailable?
Yeah.
I can definitely like check out like, woo,
Yeah.
like just like that. Oh my god, everyone calm down. I can like, yeah, I think like one of my greatest powers, but also one of my greatest weaknesses, and I think like a lot of things work like that in ourselves.
Yeah.
It's like I can just like completely dissociate from like everyone, everything.
Right.
Or I can like do the opposite. I'm trying to lean into the opposite. But like there are times where it's like good to be able to do that. And like not think as emotionally about things.
Yeah.
Or not think about anything at all.
Yeah. I don't know anything about your signs, to be honest. But yeah.
They flow around. Maybe that's why I like wind. I really like wind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just making things up.
Yeah. I'm not like an expert or anything. I just pretend to.
Oh, I was getting expert vibes from you.
Oh. Just projecting confidence.
That, it worked.
Yeah. It's mostly eyebrows, to be honest.
Oh, if you got the good eyebrows, like they have something happening with their brain. Well, that's what they do say. They say like people have thin eyebrows, or they're too thin.
Yeah.
Like there's a stereotype, you shouldn't trust those people.
Right.
And like I've been that person, and I think it's true.
But your eyebrows right now is very business-like.
Thank you, but you know,
girl boss.
There was a thank you. there was an evolution to get there. Like I used to have like the really thin ones, and like I was going through something. You shouldn't have come to me with your problems then.
Oh no. Yeah.
Or probably trusted me.
So it's like bangs, like when people who are spiraling cut their bangs.
I had bangs like a few years ago, and I was like spiraling.
Yeah.
That was probably when I was 27. I did that.
Yeah. I got bangs when I was 27 too, to be honest.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm just going through something. I have to do this. I have to do something. Okay, here's the thing why I like bangs, but I'm also opposed to them. This is just going on a tangent of my own thing now.
I know.
But like in my family, my mom and grandma both have bangs, and like I call my grandma Nana, so they also call them Nana bangs. So then when I got bangs, everyone in my family was like, "Oh, you got Nana bangs! You got Nana bangs! It's so nice!" And then I don't know, it's just like my own complex. So I can never have bangs again. But my brother's like, maybe you should. Maybe you should do that. And I was like, that's mean. What do you think is going on here in existence? How, why, and for who, for what? Like, what do you think's going on here?
Like, just all
like,
existence?
Yeah.
Can I go through my notes app? Because sometimes I make notes.
Oh, nice. I've never had anyone come prepared for this question.
No, I mean, I didn't prepare for it. I'm just trying to see if I
just
have
like
anything.
In life, everyone's like, I don't really like thinking about that, actually.
No, I don't have anything. I just have like instructions on how to make coffee. No.
So what do you think's happening here?
Like, what aspect?
Like, what's like happening in existence? Like, just like what the fuck is going on? Because like I think about that a lot. I'm like, I just wake up every day, I go through my life, but like, what? Like, why? What's happening?
Okay. Do you watch Rami?
Mm-mm.
Do you know the show?
I think I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Anyway, it's like not part. I'm not like gonna be spoiling anything, but like in season 3, like one of the characters is saying like, life is basically just like a simulation, like kind of like a video game, and then like the game master wants all of us to entertain him. So we should just, like make the most mistakes and not go through the conventional
because it's more entertaining.
And then you're rewarded by the game master, and then maybe he'll let you live longer, but then he'll just like fuck things up for you.
For lols?
Yeah.
So you think that's what's happening?
Sometimes.
Yeah, like, but who's the game master then? This is where my brain goes. I'm like, let's say just accept that as true.
Yeah.
That's 100% what's happening. Like, there's just one game master.
Right.
And
or maybe multiple.
Or is there multiple? Or does everyone have like their
different
own
handlers or something?
Yeah, like do they have like 100 people they look after, or is it like more intimate, like one-on-one? And then how is that different than like living your life?
I mean, I think I'm pretty entertaining, but at the same time, I don't think that I'm winning.
I don't think you're losing.
I don't know.
I'm like, I guess I don't know your life that well, but it doesn't seem like you're losing either. But I guess it's kind of like, I think the only like thing morally, like the fucked up thing about that is like all the suffering that happens in the world, and then like, are those people losing? Like, that seems like not like a good way to think.
No, it's not great. It was like, oh, my like great grandma died so that I live to not forget about family. I don't know.
I think that could be true.
I don't know, but I can't like gamify that situation. Really, it's just
yeah, but I think that you can like make it meaningful because it's like spoiler, everyone's gonna die anyway. You might as well like make some meaning out of it.
Yeah,
I like love saying that like we're all gonna die, and everyone's just like, what? Thanks for the vibes, I guess.
Yeah. I used to be like super obsessed with Sufjan Stevens when I was younger, and like basically all the songs they're just all about like being gay and don't forget death. Like that's like
I love that
the
message.
point of like a lot of his songs, I guess, and like
you're gonna have to forward me that because I feel like I can resonate with a lot of that.
He has like a lot of Christmas albums. Like every other year or something, he'll just come out with a Christmas album, and some of them are like covers of classic Christmas songs, and some of them are just about like the three wise men and like, you know, what is the point of all these like material gifts, like the gold and silver and stuff.
Okay, this is exciting.
He's gonna die.
This is exciting to me because at Christmas I was like, why does no one make new Christmas music? That's like, why are we listening to the same old bullshit? I mean, there's some bops out there for sure. Like, the bops are bopping every year, but, like, it's the same, like, 20 on rotation. Like, let's get some new famous Christmas songs going.
Honestly. Yeah.
I can't wait. Like, artists out there, everyone, please, this is a plea to start making more holiday-themed music. Even different holidays. Halloween album.
So true.
Like, Valentine's album.
Yeah, no one makes,
I guess a lot of albums are Valentine's albums.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that too. But
a specific one?
River by Joni Mitchell. Do you know that one?
I don't think I know that song.
It's a sad Christmas song, basically.
She's like, Santa's gonna do stuff.
She's like, I made my baby cry. Basically. That's a good Christmas song.
That's like probably more realistic Christmas song for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I can maybe resonate to that. Yeah. Like sad stuff
Being
happening
broke.
at Christmas. Yeah. Being broke is sad. I don't even understand the question that I wrote, so let's try to figure this out together. Because I was telling Tin that I wrote these like a month ago, and I made a point not to look at it till we're filming, so I just thought that'd be a fun surprise for myself.
It's still fun.
What is your most false or clouded, that already doesn't make sense, or a desire you wonder if you have because of human invention and the world you live in? That's like, whoa.
Wait, what? Wait, what's the start of it?
I don't think the question makes sense. That's the problem.
I feel like these are questions for you.
To
reflect on.
Yeah. You're like, are you sure you're in the right section?
What was the question again?
I'm going to say what I wrote verbatim, but I'm going to try to suss out what I meant. What is your most false or clouded, or a desire you wonder if you have because of human invention in the world you live in?
What is your...
I think I don't know what I was asking here. I think it's like a day.
I'm so sorry.
Like I'm so sorry. Like okay, you know those days where you're like it's raining out and you're like having like a cup of tea and you're like by your window looking at the rain and you're like I'm so introspective and you're writing things for an interview and then you read it after and it makes no sense. It's kind of embarrassing. It's fine. My next question after that is just
going to the next one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to.
I'm so sorry.
No, please don't be sorry. There's no reason for you to be sorry for that. Okay, I'm not gonna manage other people's emotions though. You can be sorry if you want to. It's my New Year's resolution. Because I feel like, do you do that like when people are like sorry? You're like, oh, you don't have to be sorry.
Yeah. But I also do the same thing.
I know, I do the same thing too, but I'm like, if someone wants to like be sorry or just say that even to be polite, I should just let them. Like, why am I trying to block their sorry? Like,
that's true. I mean, some people love saying sorry when they actually did something wrong. Like, you know, like the sorry. Like, it's like, do you really mean it or you're just trying to make yourself feel better?
Oh.
So some people deserve to feel that way though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, you better be sorry, or else. Anyway. What drives you, as in, what do you believe allows you to do what you do in the world, in relation to your self-expression and art and purpose here? Just a really casual question.
What is my purpose?
Well, like, what kind of drives you to
what drives me?
To live out your purpose, I guess, if you believe in having a purpose.
Yeah, I feel like maybe like 5 years ago I was very excited, like especially like when I first started doing comedy. It was so like, oh, I finally have a purpose, because I started writing maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, and I was like, oh, maybe I should share this with the world. And I like did like a poetry workshop, and then like started doing shows and mics, and I feel like I was well received because I was like, oh, I'm like, sharing my perspective in all like my identities and stuff, because like I wasn't born here. I'm the gay thing, the non-binary thing.
Like I keep saying the gay thing, the gay thing,
the left-handed thing, the I don't know. All that stuff. I was like, oh, my perspective is so important. I should share it with the world.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I was like really high on that. So now I feel like I need to find a new drive, basically.
Oh, you need to like find like a new thing that like gets you going.
Yeah. Or keeps me motivated to keep.
Like, do you just feel like in that arena, like, you've said everything you gotta say since then, or, like...
It's funny, because, like, I feel like I had established what my voice is as, like, a writer and, like, comedian and stuff, but now I have to kind of reestablish it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's like going through puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's good, right? Because you want to keep going through evolution and not, like, staying the same, like, as a person and in art and in everything, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, like, short answer is, like, I'm working on it.
Yeah, that's
like,
a great
finding out what drives me,
Yeah, that's a great answer, because most people are just like, I don't know what most people are like. I don't know why I always do that. On the show, I'm always like, most people give a dumb answer, and you give the first smart one.
What have people said?
In my mind, this isn't real of what people have said, but, I do this thing in my brain where I'm like, those people are like, they said this, and like they is like an imaginary group of people that like I don't think exist. Yeah. It's like my own insecurities are like a part of myself.
Are these the people, the voices and stuff that you fight with? Or?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I suppose so. It's looking that way, but in my head, they're gonna be like, oh, like, I don't know, donuts, or like...
Like the food, or the...
Yeah, like the food.
The wheel thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't drive. It's like that thing where
that you sit on?
Skid marks.
What?
of the
Oh.
wheel. Yeah. Skid marks? I don't know.
Yeah,
drive.
like where you like do donuts in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like a donut to like sit on
I don't know.
in your car.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes people have hemorrhoids, they have to sit on pillows. I don't know.
That's a thing.
Yeah, people have hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoid pillows.
They have to sit on a pillow because it hurts to sit down.
Okay.
Just for all you up there, if you ever see someone sitting on a pillow, might have hemorrhoids. Don't make them feel weird about it. It's fine. Don't make me feel weird about it, guys. You've had them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing though, like the pillow thing.
You could try it.
Okay.
Next time. That's just what I've heard.
Okay.
That's just what I've heard, everyone.
I accept the fact. This fact.
I know. I always do that thing too where I like keep defending and people like, I haven't argued with you for 10 minutes. I wonder what that is. I need to reflect on that. Anyway, I like how after this it goes to, what is your truest desire? And then the question following that is, are you afraid of death?
Oh, my truest desire? Okay, this is something really funny that I haven't figured out how to like say out loud. I haven't written it down or anything, but like all the different ways that you wish for, you know, like 11/11 or like tossing a coin or whatever.
Yeah.
My wish is always $1 million.
Your wish is always $1 million?
Ever since I was a kid, or maybe like a teen, like since, you know, I got like my first part-time job, it's always been $1 million.
That's
the first wish that I have in my mind.
I want $1 million.
And like everyone else's like safety and stuff is like secondary. I just want my $1 million.
Is it like I want $1 million, or are you just saying like $1 million, $1 million?
Second one.
Well, it's like the universe is like, that already exists. Like $1 million exists in
for
the
me.
world. Yeah, but you have to be more
for me.
specific.
Oh, okay.
You have to be like $1 million for me in my bank account.
Maybe like a payment plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Like honestly, I'm at this point in my life where like $2,000 can like make a difference.
I'm the one where $20 can make a difference, so I get it. You don't gotta tell me. But I'm also like, love yourself. Ask for 10 mil.
It's
I
true.
don't know your worth. It's at least 10 mil.
I've adjusted for inflation.
Yeah, exactly. You've been doing that since you were a kid, because, like, even in, like, Austin Powers, he's like, I want $1 million. Like, do you think that's part of why you did it?
Maybe.
Because, like, that was, like, a lot of money, like,
Austin Powers?
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
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 Like, maybe that was, like, a lot of money back then, and now it's, like, not. It's still a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
I could probably live on $1 million for, like, 10 years.
I could probably live on $1 million forever.
You can make it last forever?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna invest in stuff?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna invest. I'll just live cheap.
If you just off the grid? Or?
Yeah, if you just lived cheap, could you not live off $1 million? Just one person. You don't have any kids. You're not supporting anyone else. You're, like, eating tuna out of a can.
If I went off the grid and, like...
What is off the grid? Isn't that gonna cost more to go off the grid?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't thought about the logistics of living off the grid, but...
What is living off what does that mean to you, living off the grid?
Like, growing your own food.
Oh, like moving to the forest?
Yeah. Like,
and having a cow.
Growing your grains and stuff.
And, like, making...
Maybe you make your own Wi-Fi, I don't know.
You make Wi-Fi?
I don't know. That's not a thing.
I think it could be.
It could be.
It's probably a thing. To know of what that is.
Yeah.
I mean, in technology.
I don't have all the answers.
You have such a competent air, though. I want to follow everything you say. I want all my advice.
That's funny that you say that, because some things I just kind of blurt out loud, and then it sounds like a fact, and then it becomes a fact. Like, in my head, it's a true fact that Kelly Clarkson has been the only contestant on American Idol that can do a whistle note.
True.
Sounds true, right?
Yeah, it does.
It probably is.
I'm not gonna... It is true now.
Yeah.
You spoke it into the world.
It's fact.
I feel like now, even if it wasn't true before, you just shifted us into a dimension where, like, that is true.
I just created that. Worlds or whatever.
You took us through a wormhole.
Yeah.
What if you did, though? What if it's that easy to go through wormholes?
I don't know.
These are things I think.
I wouldn't change anything about my life.
You wouldn't change one thing about your life?
Not really. But I just want $1 million. That's like my truest desire.
You wouldn't change one thing about your life. What about yourself? Would you change anything about yourself? Or is that the same thing as your life?
Not really.
Oh,
I mean,
I want to be taller.
I have goals. Oh, you mean like your makeup? Like, you want to be tall?
I think it'd be nice to be like, I'm only 5'2.5". Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be nice to be like 5'6".
Okay.
I think that'd be nice.
Like, it would open doors for you, do you think?
I could open more doors that are taller if that happened to me.
Is that your truest desire?
Yeah, maybe. Because, okay, I've always wanted to be...
Yeah.
Maybe I want to be even taller than that. I just feel like people really respect tall people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to be one of those women that are like, oh my god, I can never find guys that are, like, taller than me. It's so hard for me. Because, like, all guys are taller than me. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't get that complaint. But
I don't understand the height stuff.
I want to be a part of something.
You just activated Siri.
Siri's like,
God.
I agree. Hey Siri, like people really respect people and want to be one of those women that are like cool. Siri gets it.
Yeah.
She's like, same.
She's listening.
But I'm a robot. I could never do that. No, maybe I don't want to be part of something that like reinforces like rigid body standards and stuff.
I don't get the short guys stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The short guys always end up being powerful anyway.
Yeah, well, I don't think power has to go with, like, height, you know? Like,
yeah.
I think it's more about who you are, because, like, you could be short but have a tall personality.
It's true.
If, like, in tall means good in our society.
Yeah, if it's that simple.
But I want to be all, like, imagine, like, sometimes I do wonder, like, would my life be... This is just totally going on. Would my life be easier if, like, I did fit, like, all the social standards, like, perfectly? Yeah. Like, how do you think life would be different? Like, and I don't think I would choose that. Like, I like being who I am. Mm-hmm. But I think, like, how different would my life be?
I don't know. I've thought about that, too. Like, especially, like, how it relates to... the kind of art you end up creating based on who you are. Like, even if someone's work is not explicitly about, like, identity, you know? Like, if you, like, fit all the... If you were, like, a straight, cis, white guy or whatever...
Or, like, blonde hair and, like, blue
would you even be
eyes.
interesting? Sort of thing?
I'd be interesting to other people that are like that.
But then again, it also kind of... That idea, again, that, like, your struggle is what... Like, your struggle and, like, your trauma is what makes your art... good. That's weird too. I don't know. So I don't know.
I think that I think that's not necessarily true, but I do think that going through challenges does make you transform a lot if you like choose that path.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of transformation in hardship, so I think like you're gonna have better art if you're just a more like evolved person, maybe.
More evil?
More evolved. And maybe more evil. I want to see some more evil art, personally.
No, yeah.
I'm doing art for good. Like, I personally operate for, like, light and good. But, like, I'd like to see some evil art still.
Yeah.
I could dabble. I'm just checking it out.
Evil representation.
Yeah. Because, like, there has to be an equilibrium in the universe. I just decided to go, like, on the good side, let's say.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go down the evil side, send your links. I'm just kidding.
It's on the dark web.
Yeah. Wait, that is probably a thing just on the dark web.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to know how evil it gets.
I don't want to know. I feel like whatever you're thinking of and however, like...
Ew, you know what's
twisted
fucked
it
up?
is?
I think that's true.
Yeah, it probably exists already.
So I want to maybe just see, like, the darkest art of, like, the good people then.
Yeah.
Like, people are still good, but darker than I am.
Minimum or maximum.
Yeah, because, like,
evil.
I could not handle that.
No.
I'm way too soft.
No.
I'm way too sensitive.
Yeah.
I would not even be able to dissociate from that. My power would be useless. Are you afraid of death?
Yeah, thanks. I think I'm like afraid of death, like whatever the healthy amount is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just like a normal amount. You're like,
Like
I
a
don't want
normal
to do
amount.
it right now, but like
yeah. I mean,
I think
have
that's the healthy amount.
I have like health issues and stuff, and sometimes like chronic pain, especially I have, because of that, I have a huge tolerance to it. Where I don't know, I don't know. Do you ever have just like a random pain and you don't know where it's coming from, and then you're too tired to like fight it? It's like, okay, I'll just like submit to this, and if I die, I die, sort of thing.
I know that feeling so well.
Yeah,
yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I like I'm like chill about death like that sometimes, but yeah, like whatever the healthy amount.
That's a good answer. So it's like yes and no.
Yeah. What I am afraid of is like that thing that people say, like people who have had like near-death experiences, they like see their life flash before their eyes. I'm really afraid of that because I have no idea what's gonna
I've had
be shown to
near-death
me.
experiences, and I don't think my whole life was shown before my eyes, but I do feel like I went to like another dimension.
Right.
Where like maybe get a new perspective on your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like not scary. It wasn't scary.
It was like as scary as waking life. As scary as every day is anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing, is like I think really intense things like sound scary. Just when you're like not doing it. And then when you're in the moment of those things, you're like, it is as scary as I thought, but like I can also like have a bigger capacity for it than I thought. So I think it's one of those things. Bye, Martin.
Bye.
See ya.
See you.
He was like, I'm gonna be leaving right during your show. I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, it adds color. That's flavor.
It's so nice.
Thank you.
Really nice.
I just love that it's called Carrot Stick.
Oh, in my head it was Carrot Top.
Carrot Top. I'm gonna start telling people that. Carrot Top.
Carrot Top.
He was a really big fan. So I asked for his haircut. Exactly.
I don't know who he is.
You don't know Carrot Top?
I know who he is. I know of him, but I don't get his deal.
I don't know. I
don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. We can get in there with Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is kind of the same, but a different question.
Is it also about death?
Kind of. It says, I wrote, do you have any advice on letting go?
Of what?
Just in general,
Just
like
in
whatever
general?
that means to you. Do you have any advice on letting go? Because I think that, like, saying that, I think the interesting thing about, like, letting go and that concept is that, like, I think when we say those words, we all kind of can feel what the person means, but it's very hard to conceptualize and put into words, and because I think it's the same for everyone but different for everyone, like what that means.
I'm like trying to think of like a good instance of letting go, but like I guess an example would be like I'm just thinking from my personal experience, like with letting go, like going through my like a first major breakup, I guess. Like I dated someone for like two or 3 years. It was under 3 years, and we like lived together. So we like we shared a lot of like physical stuff, like material things together, which makes it harder to let go, I guess, especially when you cheated on them. I don't know why I said that. Like, anyway, I'm not bragging about it, but
yeah, come on and brag about your cheating scandal here.
It was still like a really hard, breakup because
like most breakups are really hard.
Yeah, especially like because living together and
sharing every day together for years.
Yeah, like kind of, especially when I was like in my early 20s, I feel like I put a lot of my personality or like my individuality like as a part of a couple, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since I was like 14, I've always been in a relationship cycle.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, we're gonna get into that after.
Yeah. No, it's just hard. It was hard to like let go of the security, I guess.
Yeah.
But When I finally let go is when I went to that silent retreat that I mentioned earlier. Like, I really did, like, a eat, pray, love situation, almost.
You did, like, soul searching?
Yeah, and I was, like, 23 or 24.
That's a good time to do it.
Mm-hmm. And, I guess I was just, like, forced to face myself and, like, be honest about what I wanted, and then that made it easier to let go eventually.
That's really hard to do, though.
Yeah.
That's scary.
But what was important and that I shouldn't judge myself for anymore is that I needed to be a mess.
Yeah.
In that letting go process.
Totally.
And, like, just, like, not do anything normal.
I think that's such good advice.
Yeah.
That it's, like, okay to be a mess and not do anything normal.
Just be a mess.
Yeah, because, like, how else are you going to move through it if, like, you're not in it?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, the security of, like, a relationship, or, I mean, it doesn't have to be a relationship even, like, I don't know. I guess I'm, like, talking about, like, letting go of a person.
But it's, like, it feels like even
Sometimes.
bigger than that, of, like, letting go of, like, this, like, illusion of, like, security that we, like, build up through different routines in our life or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and actually, like, getting to the point of, like, facing ourselves, I think. It's, like, most of, like, I think what a lot of us are doing is, like, distracting ourselves from ourselves because, like, I think we have to be, like, very intentional about those things because it is scary and you're like, there's a lot of stuff there I don't want to see.
Yeah.
Or deal with or look at or feel.
Yeah. Like, I think getting to rock bottom is good sometimes.
I know. I think you need to.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
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 It's really hard.
It's really hard.
But I think it's cool when you can, especially when you make it to the other side and you can, like, talk about it from, like, a little bit of a safer distance. I think there's, like, a lot of wisdom that can be taken from that.
Totally.
For sure.
Yeah.
Where are we at now? Oh, yeah, we're, like, pretty much at the end here. And that's perfect. How did I time the questions perfect? Because the next thing that I wrote was, thank you so much for spending your time and energy being here with me today. People are always like, why can't you just memorize that part? It seems very ingenuine when you're reading it off your phone.
This is more organic, I think.
Yeah, I think that's great. Well, it's kind of like I'm psychic, too, you know? So I can anticipate what's going to happen. No.
You're tuned in.
Yeah, I'm in flow, as they say. No. Oh, is there anything you want to plug? Anything you just want to put out into the world? Anything you got to say? Any special talent you want to display? Like, this whole show, like, it's kind of about me. Make people sit here so I can ask some questions about how to help me with life, pretty much.
Yeah, it's fun to talk about death.
And now, like, this is your time.
So
this is for you
myself.
Now. Yeah.
Oh.
So we can learn about you in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. You're going to be on Millennial Line next week.
Woo.
January 12th. But it's also going to be part of Just for Laughs Vancouver. I don't know why I did that. Just February 17th. And I have a tip jar in my link tree.
Where can people find you?
Mixtape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Selfie Mixtape on Instagram.
I'll put it in writing so people know what it looks like and can find you.
$1 million, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, at least get together with your friends. You can split it up. You don't have to do the full $1 million yourself, but, like, Tina's been wishing for this since they were a kid, and it'd be really rude if you guys didn't give them $1 million. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And,
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
I think it'd be rude, evil, and, like, pretty fucked up. And you probably have bad karma the rest of your life. You don't give them all your money.
But we're also interested in seeing more evil.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Soft evil.
Just soft evil.
Not real evil.
No.
Yeah. But, like, if anyone has, like, a shirt with, like, a skull on it that says, fuck you, like, I'd wear that.
Yeah.
Would you wear that shirt?
I would wear that shirt.
Should that be, like, my show merch? A skull that just says,
so.
Fuck you!
Yeah. Please sell it next week.
Okay, I'll bring some. Well, I'm gonna turn this off now.
Okay.
Bye, guys!